guys, dreams do come true. This is amazing. I just got the email that yes, we are approved to get a Mustang GTD SUPERCAR. I just grabbed the phone. We're going for a drive. We're going to talk about it. Just my initial visceral reaction with you guys is I'm a little bit at a loss. I'm honored that Ford would approve me. So first and foremost, thanks goes to God. And I just want to thank secondarily you all who've been here since EcoBoost and EcoBeast and through the journey. And to go from an EcoBoost Mustang to a Mustang SUPERCAR and GT is going to be incredible. I hope you can see the vision now. While we did say goodbye to some beloved builds, was for this potential opportunity, and it's here before us. The email's up here. We'll go through it. I'm like I said, I'm kind of at a loss for words right now. Emotions are all over the place, really. But I think what comes to mind first and foremost is that you don't know where your passion is ever going to take you. And I just have always loved Mustang. It's been a source of therapy for me to get into my Mustang, even though I'm in the ST right now. But to get into my Mustang since it was my first car. And I felt like it was my escape from, just the world, whatever stress of the day it was. But to get in my Mustang, to hear the roar of the engine, to put some music on, to do a little baby pull here or there, to look at the reflection of it in the store, to look back at it when you park, to modify it, to make it personal, to make it your own, to make it feel like an extension of yourself is, what has been a part of me in my life story now. And the fact that Ford, and I applaud Ford for making this a supercar now that is available to people who, thankfully I qualified, it's an honor. I'm excited. I don't know what I'm gonna do about spec, color even. And I don't even know the price. I mean, it still may be out of my ballpark. I've never purchased something this big. There is a process which we'll take you through of first you got to go through the paperwork, send it to them that, you got to get it notarized, and you have to get it, send it back to them, and the concierge calls you back, and you go from there. And I'll bring you into that journey. When this car does come, it'll be quite the bookend to this saga, right? The StangMode saga of, coming into this whole social media game with a lot of actual negativity because I took a chance with the EcoBoost Mustang, but 8-second Mamba, crazy horsepower Hulk, and all the different cars in between. And to kind of finalize that journey with the fact that Ford's building a supercar in the form of a Mustang, like a wide body, DCT, 800 plus horsepower, transaxle, V8 supercar Mustang, and to have the opportunity to get one is going to be great. And I'm just honored and humbled. This is just, and I'll get more into the nitty gritty. I'll show you some stuff at the end of this video about what happens next. Like I said, accordingly, I had to get this affidavit notarized, send it back to them within 10 days, and they'll contact me about what I'm assuming is the next steps. I did contact, and who I consider a friend, Shmee150, very huge YouTuber, but also been very kind to me over the years. And I said, listen, what is the process normally for this kind of vehicle and these kind of allocations, this kind of situation? And he said, so basically from the Ford GT experience, what he explained to me is usually what happens, and I'll tell you what happens as we go, if we hopefully go through with all this, you have to put 50% down, like you wire Ford the money, whatever the spec is, and then it takes about 2 years to build, and you got to have a certain amount to have in Ford's hands before the delivery date. I said, well, what about financing? He said, you can finance anything. So I was like, sounds good to me. So we're going to do what we have to do. I know there's a 2-year embargo on it. I'm not going to meet John Cena and go sell it as soon as I get it. We want to really, this is, and I feel this way humbly, that I got to represent a part of the community that, you know, is a little guy, you know, that we get a silent majority, if you will, right? So we get to live this experience together, this dream together. So I ask you, you know, what color would you think is cool? What spec? Should we go base car and budget friendly, or should we go full bore, you know, carbon fiber series? But I'm used to base cars, so we'll see. But the fact that this is happening is just a testament to, like I said, believing in your creator, believing in the people that support you, you know, stomping out any negativity and just being honest with yourself and candid. So this is something that I don't take lightly. I'm honored. I thank you again to Ford. I thank you to all the supporters and people over the years who have liked or subscribed or bought some merchandise and supported this process. And, you know, I'm glad I get to share this with you, and we'll go through the whole process together. I have been patiently waiting for this decision. I haven't been doing much because my whole universe has been tied up in this process, right? Like what happens next? But I'm really excited. But we'll see what happens. I know there are other opportunities out there, but Ford has been so good to me and my family since that day I went up to, he moved on from another job, but there's a guy named Gian at Ford, and I had my first opportunity. I was going to the New York Auto Show, and I had the EcoBoost Mustang, and I said, listen, this is who I am. I'm very small. At the time, I had about 4,000 or 5,000 subscribers. This is back like 2018, 2017. And I said, I'd really like an opportunity to cover a press car, you know? He said, listen, I'm going to give you a shot. That's what he said. I'll give you a shot. Here's my email. Send me a proposal. We'll go from there. So I sent him a whole, you know, proposal, and I got invited to the Mustang PP2. Remember that? The Mustang Performance Pack Level 2. So I got that invite, and it was like Disney World for me, right? So we went over. Oh, that sounded good. We went over to New York and drove, and I put my heart and soul in that edit. And I'm prayerful and thankful that people appreciated it. You guys watched it. And, you know, throughout the years of being at Ford, you know, helping to introduce the S650 Mustang at the reveal, there's so many pinnacle moments for me of, you know, Mama going 8s, even blowing up Hulk. There's been so many fantastic opportunities to share with you all, and to do it throughout the years and to have it culminate in something like this is incredible. And as we talked about too, there's just so much more craziness happening. A 4-door sedan is coming. There's going to be a hopefully Cobra or Boss coming. We have so much in the world of Mustang to cover, and I'm just honored to be a part of it. And I'm honored for this opportunity. And I hope I can get the resources together to get this all done, and we can have a fun journey together. But whatever happens, I'm just thankful to you, to my Lord and Savior, to everybody who supports, even the haters who do motivate. I appreciate you. I'm honored and blessed by this, but we'll see what happens from here. The best is yet to come. I'm just rambling. I wanted to give you guys a initial visceral reaction. I'll end the video with showing me walking around this particular car in the beginning of this year when we were at Daytona in Florida, and we walked around it, and we had Ford talking to us about it. It is a special automobile. It's a special piece of history. I don't know what's going to happen in the automotive universe with EVs and V8s and ICE and hybrids, but this could be one of the last, if not the last, Mustang supercar, the first supercar really, but to get a chance to own it and go through the process with you guys together, it wouldn't be possible without you all. So thank you all for the support over the years. We're gonna have fun. I endeavor to share the journey on the channel with all of you, because we all are part of this. We all own it together. We all celebrate together. We go fast together. We break our cars together. But most importantly, we're together. All right, you guys, I really appreciate the support. Please, if you'd like and subscribe, because you know it never ends. Peace. All right, guys, here we go. GTD in the flesh. We're here at Daytona for the Rolex 24, and this is the GTD 800 horsepower plus, I think, 850 horsepower supercharged V8 transaxle, which is a transmission in the back. 8-speed dual clutch is right here in the flesh. Seeing it for the first time kind of outside. And then we have the GT3 right there next to it. So as you see it is how it's going to come from the factory. Wide body. Of course, you have these crazy little vents here. These little fins. Carbon fiber. Ventilation. And I want to show you like things like even the pitted roof here. Of course, you have this crazy mounted actual aero with the spoiler that's going to be speed deployable, and the trunk lid here actually comes off. It doesn't open up. No hinge. Opens up here and it just slides back. Everything is functional. Air ducts, you name it. You have all the aero, and again, the GTD inspired race car is here. Check it out.
The strongest statement Greg made was, you know, this car is heavily informed by the GT3 car, and that was really the original concept. But it's the thing that really is cool is that we were able to break out of all the rules that thing is, you know, is constrained by. You know, we got big aero, lightweighting, all of those things, but we can't have active systems. We can't, you know, there's a lot that we can't do with that car. So, one of the things that's an obvious connection is this rear wing, gooseneck rear wing that comes out of the C pillar. We do that because that's structurally, with the downforces we're generating now, that's structurally the stiffest and strongest part of the rear of the car. On the race car, actually, if you take the back of the race car off, there is no real structure under there because you're allowed to remove it. So we wouldn't have anywhere to really take it down to anyway. So we decided to do that, and then that's come to this car. But the thing that's different about it is this has an active flap. So we can generate the same kind of levels, maybe slightly under, but pretty significant levels of downforce on this car, similar to that. But that constrains your top speed. So with this, there's a DRS drag reduction system that flattens this flap out and reduces the drag. Obviously, it reduces it's a straight line thing only. It reduces the downforce, but equally it reduces the drag, and that picks up the top speed and puts it up there with all the world-class cars that, you know, if they don't have this kind of thing, you're ultimately making a compromise between downforce.
All right, guys, here it is in the flesh, the Mustang GTD at Daytona. Wow, look, the sun is hitting it. Let's do a quick walk around. Also, in this, we're gonna hear from the Ford experts about what went into this, why is it so crazy, and what do we have here. But for me, we're talking about the layman's perspective. What do we got here? We got hood pins. We got a wide body. Look at this. We got all this aero going on here. But first, let me showcase to you right here. This is all sculpted here. Take a look right here. All sculpted. These are like in-dive planes right here. The S50 lights are here. What you also have here is the GTD, of course, is carbon fiber. This whole car has carbon fiber bits all over the place. All for aero, all for racing. Check it out right here. What you also have right here is, you'll notice compared to the S650, there's a little tray in the middle that's all for aero. Now remember, this is not a mid-engine, a transaxle. The transmission's in the back, so you have that 50-50 weight distribution. Then look at all this wide body action here. Cooling going right through here. This is all active. And look how perfect this is. Now this is what I love. Look at this wing right here. Mounted right here to the body, you can see it's right GTD right there, all aero. We have the exhaust. The presence here. And remember, this 850 horsepower, 5.2 supercharged V8 like our GT 500. But you can see right here, it has that stance. 345 30/20 wheels. Look at these widths here. You got the cross-trail rotors. One thing I did notice is, in comparison to the GT3 car, this right here is faster than this car. Now, what do you mean by that? This had to meet the class regulations, so they actually had to make this less powerful. But this has crazy aero, crazy weight reduction. Look at the side mirrors. This is also the air can go through here. You can see all the different aero here, the cooling through here. So the GT3 we're going to see today, Ford told us they're crazy about motorsports and they want to hit the scene, the world, to see what's going on. So take a look. We'll do a walk around and we're going to hear what Ford has to say about the GTD.